It starts with a gift, an heirloom, a simple object passed from one hand to another. But some objects carry more than memories. They bring whispers in the dead of night, shadows that move when no one is looking, and tragedies that defy explanation. 5 cursed objects, 5 lives shattered beyond repair. Some dismissed the warnings, others tried to destroy them. None escaped what came next. The Dybbuk box, a name whispered among collectors. A relic from Jewish folklore, said to contain something ancient, something that should never be released. It first appeared in an estate sale. A man purchased it as a gift for his mother. Days later, she suffered a sudden stroke. Before losing the ability to speak, she managed to write just 2 words: "Bad gift." That was only the beginning. After the first owner abandoned it, the Dybbuk box resurfaced online. The listing described a series of terrifying events: shattered light bulbs, doors slamming shut, the overwhelming scent of jasmine and decay. The new owner, Kevin Manis, thought it was nothing more than an antique. He soon changed his mind. Kevin woke to a shadow pressing down on his chest, his house filled with strange noises, scratching inside the walls, a low, guttural growl from the darkness. Then came the nightmares. Every night, the same horrific figure, hollow eyes, a twisted mouth, watching him, waiting. Objects shattered without reason. His health declined. Those around him suffered too. Friends and family reported sudden illnesses, disturbing visions, and a suffocating sense of dread whenever they were near the box. Then came the footage. Paranormal investigators tested the box. They recorded voices. Shadows appeared where no one stood. One even claimed something followed him home, but the worst was yet to come. Jason Haxton, a museum curator, took possession of the box. He was skeptical. That changed when he began coughing up blood. Doctors found nothing wrong, yet he aged rapidly, plagued by hallucinations and a relentless feeling of being watched. He sealed the box in a military-grade container, but even that didn't stop it. Today, the Dybbuk box remains hidden, locked in a private collection, untouched, but many believe its curse is still active. In 2018, Post Malone touched it. Days later, his plane malfunctioned mid-flight. His car crashed. His house was robbed. Coincidence? Or something else? Would you dare open it? It was meant to be a wedding gift, a symbol of love, prosperity, and a future filled with joy. But instead, it became an omen of death. The Bassano vase dates back to 15th century Italy, a handcrafted masterpiece given to a young bride on the eve of her wedding. She never lived to see the ceremony. The bride was found dead, clutching the vase in her hands. The cause? Unknown. The curse had begun. From that moment on, whoever owned the Bassano vase met the same fate. The family, desperate to rid themselves of it, passed it to a priest. He died within days. The vase vanished for centuries, hidden away, until it resurfaced in 1988. It was sold to a private collector for 4 million lire. 3 months later, he was dead. The next owner? A surgeon. He laughed at the idea of curses. Within weeks, he was found lifeless in his home. A heart attack, they said, but he was perfectly healthy. Every attempt to sell or gift the vase led to tragedy. Owners tried to get rid of it. Some buried it deep underground, but it always returned. In a desperate attempt to break the curse, the last known owner threw it from a window, shattering it. But instead of disappearing, the vase was recovered. The local authorities took possession of it, and what happened next is a mystery. Today, the Bassano vase remains hidden. No museum will display it. no collector will claim it. Some say it was buried once again, but for how long? Would you take the risk? Two cursed objects, two trails of devastation, but the next, a portrait, a painting so haunted that those who gazed into its eyes never slept again. Paintings capture more than just moments. Some say they hold energy, trapped emotions, echoes of those who created them. But this one, it holds something else entirely. This is The Hands Resist Him, a painting so disturbing, so unnatural, that those who owned it swore it was alive. Bill Stoneham painted it in 1972, inspired by an old childhood photograph. But something about the final piece was unsettling. Critics praised it, collectors wanted it, but once it left the gallery, things took a terrifying turn. Within years of its first sale, two people involved with the painting were dead. The gallery owner, the art critic who first reviewed it. No warning, no explanation. For decades, the painting disappeared. Then, in the early 2000s, it resurfaced. An unsuspecting couple found the painting in an abandoned brewery. Thinking nothing of it, they listed it on eBay. What happened next became internet legend. The new owners reported strange activity, objects moving, nightmares, shadows flickering in the dark. But worst of all, the painting itself seemed to change. They set up cameras, the footage disturbing. They had seen enough. The painting was sold again and again. Every new owner reported the same experiences: unseen hands grabbing at them, cold spots in their homes, a feeling of being watched. Eventually, The Hands Resist Him found its way into a private collection. Today, it sits sealed in storage. No direct light, no visitors. Just a warning: do not touch. But even now, those who have simply seen a picture of it claim to feel uneasy. Some even say it follows them. But is the painting truly cursed, or is it simply our minds playing tricks on us? Look at it for too long, and you may find out for yourself. 3 objects, 3 warnings, and yet they continue to exist. Some locked away, some hidden, some still out there waiting for their next owner. Would you take the risk? Do you believe in cursed objects, or is it all just coincidence? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to hear more terrifying stories like these, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because some legends are still waiting to be uncovered.